date is the centenary of its birth. So once again, I would like to thank India Habitat Center for the wonderful hospitality. It's always a precious collaboration with them. And I would be very grateful if Mr. Sunit Tandon could come here for a salute. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Claudia. You know, we have one of the most fruitful collaborations with any of the embassies in Delhi with the Italian embassy and the Italian Cultural Center. They have given us such wonderful programs over the years. Fairly recently, we had the postponed Fellini Retrospective, which was a wonderful occasion for all the film lovers of Delhi. And now, something even rarer, we have a selection of some of the most significant films of Pier Pasolini, who was one of the great and original filmmakers of Italy in his centenary year. So I don't want to hold up proceedings much further, except to express my sincere gratitude to the Italian Embassy and to the Italian Cultural Center for the wonderful programs they bring us, and they promise that they will get us even more in the future. With that, I'd like to request His Excellency the Ambassador of Italy to India, Mr. Vincenzo de Luca, to please come up and say a few words on this wonderful occasion.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Tandon, Director of the Indian Habitat Center, and I'm so happy to introduce this presentation of the Paolo Pasolini movies here in India. Paolo Pasolini, one of the most important Italian and European intellectual of the 20th century, Italian poet, writer, director, screenwriter, actor, playwright. He demonstrated unique and extraordinary cultural versatility, in the process becoming a highly stimulating cultural personality. Profound observer of the change in Italian society from the second post-war period up to the mid-70s, as well as a controversial figure at times, he often aroused heated debates due to the radical nature of his thinking, very critical of the nascent consumer society. We can say that he's been an anticipator of a more sustainable lifestyle. His cultural training in the province of Friuli, then in Rome, led him to have sympathy with the last, farmers in the first period, then the marginalized of the Roman villages. From the beginning in the Friulan dialect, Poesia Casassa, 1942, and afterwards, La Meglio Gioventù, the best youth, led him in search of an intact language, which was almost a literary equivalent of his religious desire for purity. His literary and cinematographic work is always intertwined with this political and philosophical reflection. The real revolutionary force, according to Pasolini, is the underproletariat, embodied by immigrants from the poor rural area of the south in the city, and here left marginalized by the industrialization process. A word that he nevertheless sees prey to the process of cultural homologation. He believes that even the Catholic Church itself has ended up losing the political and ideological control exercised for a long period of time in the agricultural areas, replaced by the influence, secular and consumerist, exercised by the dominant media, the television. Pasolini worked in the cinema from 1954 until the 70s, with masterpieces such as Accattone, Uccellacci Uccellini, Oedipus Rei, The Gospel According to Matthew, Teorema, Medea, led by a visionary realist together with a manifest freedom. This style characterized in a different dimension also the film of the trilogy that we will have the opportunity to watch here in Delhi, or other even defined as heroes, Decameron, The Canterbury Tales, The Flower of the 1001 Night. Pasolini language reached more accomplished results in the gospel according to Matthew, Grand Jury Prize at Venice Film Festival, in which the harmonious fusion of cinema with the literature, painting and music gave rise to a so-called cinema of poetry. Tonight we present two films, The Walls of Sana, a corto, a short movie, and Accattone. In The Walls of Sana, produced in 1971, the director and writer launched an appeal to UNESCO in order to stop the degradation that is involving the historical Middle Eastern city as a warning to the present disinterest in the past. The story had a happy ending, and The Walls of Sana were declared a World Heritage Site in 1986. Unfortunately, now it is affected by a terrible war. Accattone is a great neorealist film that tells the story of a borgataro, a dueler in the suburbs, Vittorio Cataldi, on the fringe of social life, amidst expedient, illegality, suffering. The two works speak of men and stories of poverty, with a look similar to the one he turned to India when he made an extraordinary travel experience in two different moments. First, between 1960 and 1961, and the second in 1969. Of these two passages in India can be found in the book Odore dell'India, The Scent of India, and in the documentary Viaggio in India, Journey to India. In India, in the 60s, he explores a country in which tradition and culture are linked to the persistence of a state of misery, and century-old otherness coexist together with emerging tendencies to absorb life models typical of modern capitalism. The experience of India, as well as that of the Friuli countryside and the Roma suburbs, is guided by the myth of a pre-industrial and peasant society. The passion for India of those years, poor and at the same time idealized by him, leads him to experience the emotion moment by moment, the smell, the color of a humanity that leaves a deep mark on him. We will be very happy to present a very important of this movie of this production. Today, I repeat, the Mura of Sana, Le Mura di Sana, The Walls of Sana, Accattone, on the 5th of November, Cellaccio Cellini, The Hawks and the Sparrows, in the 6th of November in Vangelo secondo Matteo, the Gospel according to St. Matthew, and the 7th, 8th and 9th, the trilogy, the Decameron, the Tales of Canterbury, the Flower of the 1001 Night. Thank you so much and enjoy the